Welcome back to another episode of How Did They Grow? I created this podcast because I wanted you to learn how other coaches, freelancers, service providers, and course sellers are growing their business, landing 10 to 20 new clients every single month, paying them 50, 100, 200K months. See, if they've done it, you can too. And that's just the reality. And I want you to listen to these podcasts to understand what strategies are they using, what techniques are they exploring, because it's in these gems that you can apply it to your business and actually scale things up. When you're ready and you feel like you actually want to learn practical, proven methodologies, or even you want to hire a team that can build you a profitable personal brand, book in a chat with our team because we can guarantee you go viral and guarantee you get clients for your business.
And welcome to the show, guys. This is the How Did They Grow podcast, and today we have on Dinesha Bell. Dinesha, tell us a little bit about yourself.
It's Dinesha Bell Williams.
Dinesha Bell Williams. She's married. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am a mother of three.
Amazing.
To my wonderful husband, Chubb Williams. I am a serial entrepreneur. I'm a truck driver. We've started multiple businesses, and it's been a journey. It has. Very excited to be here. This is actually my first podcast. So I'm actually I'm a mom, I'm a wife, a mentor. Like a lot of people look up to me. I work really, 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 really hard, too hard. So I want to help people that are trying to start businesses, that are trying to figure it out, help them credit-wise. So that'll save them time, energy, money, mistakes, being scammed. But a lot of people don't know that I'm here. So basically trying to save them before, the wrong person gets a hold to them, or, just be there as a guide. It's so much better when you have a guide.
Yeah. It's like having someone hold your hand across a bridge. It's like
That's
having
right.
a partner. It's like having a partner.
Correct.
Exactly.
I think that everyone should have a mentor in whatever it is that they do. Like,
Definitely.
I'll have gifts. Like, your gift is this. So, I think that everybody should let the person that specializes in that gift hammer that and learn from them, and just, latch on and let everybody do their part and let the dots connect and go where you're trying to go.
Definitely. I think, tell us about yourself, like, did you always see yourself as an entrepreneur, or was it like, did you dibble dabble in the 9 to 5, or was it something you had when you was a kid and you knew that was never for you?
Well, deep down inside, from the beginning, from being a kid, I knew that I was special. I felt it deep down inside. I felt like that when I got older, that I would be in control of my situation. We grew up really poor. It was really, really, really poor. So we didn't have like running water. We didn't have toys. We did not celebrate birthdays. You maybe got one pair of pants, maybe two for school, and one pair of shoes. But everything was pretty tight. My grandmother, she did the best that she could. And so I used to think about, when I turned old enough, what I could do to better my situation. I did try college. I tried the 9 to 5, but I've always, had a business on the side, just trying. And that is from middle school. I started in middle school doing hair on the side, and I continued that all the way up into high school. So I had my activities and I had a side hustle and I had a real job as well. So I always kept money in my pocket. I was never broke. Um, and even in up into adulthood, trying to find jobs, trying to find my purpose in life. Um, a lot of people go through life and they never find their purpose, but I knew that mine was helping people. That's where I accidentally stumbled upon trade burns and just tested it, just tested it, not even knowing that I was testing it. I added my brother to my Capital One card, and his score shot up like 200 points. I was like, what in the world is this? And then I tested it on my aunt, because you know you can add 5 people up to one credit card. I tested it on my aunt. She had a few negative items, but her score still shot up about 90 points. I'm like, okay, that's different. His file was blank. Hers had a couple of negatives. They both got an increase. One just got more than the other. And so then I started working with a credit repair company, and it was hit and miss. And so I was like, look, she's not responding. She's not answering the phone. I'm going to have to figure this out myself. So I got a mentor, and there was some guys in California. They actually were in the credit repair business, and they were driving Bentleys, Ferraris. I said, what do you guys do? They were like, we fix credit. I said, I need to know everything you know. So they took me under their wing. Didn't show me too much, but I had to learn the lingo. Every client is different. No client is the same. So if I had questions, I would ask questions. They helped me. And I started attending credit seminars, you know, educating myself via YouTube and learning the laws. And credit repair just took off. It really did. I have no regrets. I started fixing people's credit for free in the beginning, just to show them.
How long ago was that?
2018.
Okay.
Like, hey, I know what I'm doing. Look what I got, you know?
Yeah.
And that word of mouth started traveling, and, you know, this is who did it. Go to her. And so it grew. I had several people, family members, friends, classmates, co-workers, everybody comes to me and asks me for advice. And they get that new house, new car, you know, line of credit, high limit credit card, that it does something for me internally that I can't explain. Don't get me wrong, the money is cool. But knowing that I assisted with that, like I was a part of that, that's my house. That's my car. It feels good. It feels really good.
I hope you're enjoying this podcast. I hope you're taking notes. I hope you're learning so much practical wisdom, because that's what I really wanted from this podcast. Now, I just want to quickly say, if you're looking for a team that can actually help you explode and go viral with your personal brand with proven methodologies, I say this because I've been doing this for the past 5 years. We've got a team of 30 people who are ready to go ahead and explode your brand so you can get clients begging to work with you. Have a chat with one of our advisors. You can book in a chat using one of the links around this video, because that chat might just change your life.
So that was how you found credit repair. Would you say you took off quickly in terms of being able to grow the business? What was the main thing that helped you? Yeah.
Having a mentor really helped me. I did not take off. That was only like, you know, I think my highest month was maybe like 10,000 a month. I thought that I was really doing something, you know. I thought, oh my God, this is good because
Yeah.
I'm a truck driver. So I drive for UPS. So we make really good money. I drive semis. So I'm like, this is cool, but I wanted more. So I wanted to grow the clients even higher. Um, it wasn't until I teamed up with my husband that I grew. Like
Is that before you got married?
I, what that was before I got married.
Okay.
Now, 2019, my husband comes home from prison. He wasn't my husband at the time; he was just a friend, and we knew each other before he went in, but he had been gone like 10, 11, 12 years, and so he's
Mm.
ready to come out. In his last 6 months, he wrote me, and we reconnected and started writing each other. And I'm like, hey, guess what? I'm a truck driver. He's like, what are you going to do when you come home? And he was just like, oh, I have all these, I have these plans. And I'm like, okay, well, I can help. I know how to start a nonprofit. I have one of those. I sent him the book so he could study for trucking. Um, we just talked about business and growing the entire time on the phone for those 6 months. And then he comes home and I'm like, hey, what are you going to do with yourself? And he's like, I want to get myself together. And I'm like, okay, well, let's write a list. So we wrote a list every day. And I wrote a list of things that I needed to take care of. He wrote a list of things that he needed to take care of. And we helped each other with resources on the list. So um, we were like this. We every day, like, what would you like to eat or whatever? I'm like, you've been gone a long time. Try this. So we just became like best friends. And I had got approved for my auction license, and I had co-signed for a friend a car. I had got a friend a car that was like, hey, it was one of the guys that I was doing credit repair with. And I'm like, oh, he's
Okay.
not gonna, he's good. He didn't pay the car note.
Who?
So the
The
guy,
friend?
the friend, the mentor from California.
Oh,
So
so
he messed my credit up.
he used your credit card and he messed it up.
He used my credit to get a car and messed it up.
Wow, wow, wow.
So now I get approved for my auction license, and they're like, hey, you need a cosigner. So I go to my husband. I'm like, hey, can I use your credit? So rewind. He went to prison. I was just trying to visit him. That's it. So I added him to a credit card so that I could have a bill in his name. He rode on that credit card for years. I paid the bill on time, never missed a payment. While he was in prison, his score shot up. His mom, I guess he started receiving credit card offers in the mail. His
Yeah.
mom, his mom took care of the credit card application, used it for gas, and just held it for him when he came
Mm.
home. He came home with like a 730 credit score, 732. So
Wow.
I go to the auction. I'm like, hey, I need a cosigner. Can I use you? He's like, sure, here you go.
There you
Auction,
go.
auction gave us $150,000 line of credit.
Wow.
So I'm like, what do we do with $150,000? What do you buy?
What do
I'm
you
like,
buy?
you buy something that's gonna make money.
You buy a cash printing machine. That's
So
my language.
we bought three 26-foot box trucks right before the pandemic hit. So he goes to work, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna bid today. I'm gonna bid on the online auction. I didn't know what I was doing. I was figuring it out as I went. Um, I bid it. I didn't see that I won, so I bid it again. It went so fast. I was like, I don't think I won that one either. Let me bid again just to make sure that I get at least one truck today. I got a text message saying that I won all three bids. So I was like, Lord, $25,000 a piece, which isn't bad. The only problem was is they were in Pennsylvania and we're in Texas.
Okay.
Started calling transport companies. Hey, can you transport
Get
this
these trucks. Yeah.
$10,000?
To
I said,
transport them?
yes.
Crazy.
We're gonna have to go get these babies ourselves. Okay. So I called my mom's ex, who's a diesel mechanic. He treats me just like his daughter. I said, hey, I need you to fly to Pennsylvania with me, check these trucks out, make sure they're good to go, because they were all green light. Because if they weren't green light, I could leave them there and get my money back.
Yeah.
So he said, okay. Then I called my dad's brothers, my Uncle Pete, my Uncle Reed. I'm like, hey, can you guys go to Pennsylvania with me? How much are you
Yeah.
going to charge me? They said $300. So we flew. The mechanic flew to Pennsylvania first, took the rental car, checked everything out. We waited on the thumbs up. We got on the plane next, headed there, got in a lift, headed to the auction, which is an hour away. We get there, they locked him in the auction with the trucks, went home. He had to break the trucks out. Put the paper tags in them. We went to the gas station, filled them up, and we drove 30 hours back to Texas. We pulled over
30
one time into that. So when we get back, the reason why we bought the box trucks in the first place is because Frank called and said that a guy had lost his contract. So Frank
Who's
initially,
Frank?
Frank is one of our drivers. He
Okay.
was on a furniture contract. The gentleman was smelling like marijuana on the dock, and so they kicked him off the dock, and he lost the contract. So they had 3 slots open. So we were going to put all 3 trucks on over there. So Frank brought us the proposal. We propositioned him and told him, hey, come work for us. We'll get the truck. We'll get the trucks. You come work for us. We'll fix your credit while you're working. Then you'll be able to buy your own truck and start your own trucking company. So
Amazing.
Frank got the 1 truck, put it on the furniture contract, started working. Next thing you know, they called for 2 trucks. They called for 3 trucks. So we're making $10,000 a week. But we're paying off our line of credit at the auction with the profit instead of pocketing anything. So the pandemic is here. The only thing that's moving is trucks. Nothing else. Everybody has to stay in the house. So
Okay.
we paid the trucks off. And later on, we found other Amazon. We found other low boards, lanes to run the trucks on. My husband drove, I drove, Frank drove, of course. And so we have grown from 3 box trucks now to 4 semis, tow truck, 2 tow trucks, and
Okay.
invested in other businesses. Trucking has really, 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 really changed our lives. It's the only thing that makes money like street people. It's very lucrative. It can be costly, but it's the most money that we've ever made. So here recently we had a Amazon, and so we were making about $200,000 a month with
From
trucking.
Amazon.
Amazon, that's just semis only.
So you were doing like fulfillment for them in terms of the delivery and all that.
No, we were just moving trailers on the yard.
Okay. Amazing. So you have that, and you also have the credit repair.
So we have trucking, we have the credit repair, we have a catering company, we have
Catering company.
real estate. So trucking, everything ties in together. There's nobody but God, but the dealer's license, a lot of people
Hmm.
don't know this, but the dealer's license is the only, it's like a bank. It's better
Mm.
than a, because those 3 trucks that we bought birthed our real estate company.
Yeah.
So if you have the title to a vehicle, that's value, that's money. A lot of
Okay.
people thinking title loans or something like that in order to get money for a title. But if you take your title to the to your floor plan, your line of credit, and you say, "Hey, I need to floor this vehicle on my floor plan." They'll take it, they'll run the numbers on it, and they'll hand you a check. Whatever you do with the money, that's your business. As long as long as you pay it off in 6 months. Okay, so we were able to drop all 3 of those titles off at the auction. You still get to keep the vehicle and make
Okay.
money with the vehicle. And so that is the only place that I know where I can walk in and get $50,000, like right now.
Just by having that license.
Yes.
That's amazing. And you use that money to fund your business, and you can pay it back.
Yeah, you can pay it back. You have to pay monthly. You have to pay like $1,100 per truck monthly, $1,500 per month, which is easy.
Amazing. 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 So tell us to kind of round it up. Tell us how you're bringing this business and this journey with you and your family and your husband, how you're bringing that journey to social media and how you're looking to grow that on social media.
So I try to do content, but my husband, he doesn't like it. You
He
know,
doesn't like content?
he does not like it because, you have the good and the bad. So you have people that
Yeah.
are watching you to grow, and then you have people that are watching you to come and harm you, to come break in your house when you're out of town and you're posting, "Hey,
Yeah.
here." So you have, he's looking at it from both sides. He's just trying to protect
Yeah.
them. And
Yeah. That's a man's job. That's a man's job. I can see where he's coming from.
yeah, because I mean, how many celebrities' house have been broken into, and you know, items have been stolen? Even though there's
Yeah.
insurance, you still don't want to deal with that. Who wants to
Yeah.
worry about, oh, if I go out of town, let me make sure I don't post until I get back. So I try to do content, not very successful with that, not very good at it. But I mean, we share snippets of our lives. We're able to
Mm-hmm.
send kids to private school. We live on a ranch. We live on 21 acres. We have, we really don't have to leave if we don't want to, because we have everything that we need right there. Or it's being
Yeah.
set, we're setting it up as a resort to where, it feels like a vacation where you never want to leave.
Amazing. I think that's the kind of life that everybody's trying to set up. And I think, your business and what you've been able to do with your family and your husband supporting you in that. I think it's amazing what you've been able to build. I think, and this is a story that is going to inspire a lot of people to take a bet on themselves and use OPM, right? OPM is what you call it, right? Other people's
The
money.
money, but the foundation, a lot of people don't
Mm,
understand the bottom layer, the foundation is credit. You can't do
mm,
anything without it. House, car, you know, OPM. You cannot use other people's money without fixing your credit first.
mm, mm, mm.
Then partnerships, being able to partner with someone that has just as much as you do. Because who wants to partner with someone and they can't meet you in the middle? You put 50, I put 50, let's go at it. Let's have at it.
Yeah.
So I think that my partnership with my husband helped us scale our businesses. His resources combined with mine, you
Yeah.
know, two heads are always better than one, two brains. He's thinking defense. I'm ADHD running all over the place. Um, so he brings the balance.
Hmm. I think that's amazing. And balance work in terms of building that team around you, getting what's strong and getting what complements each other. Let me put this in. I don't know. You say you're in Dallas. I don't know if you watch a lot of basketball. You seen what happened with AD and Luca.
I am talking about it. They said that they didn't want him to go.
Yeah, so what they was trying to do is bring some balance because there was no defense. There was no defense. So they try to bring in someone who can play that defense and kind of balance that. And we're trying to wait and see how that's going to work.
Well,
And
my
that's
husband
off
said
topic,
it's
by the
going to
way.
be better. He said it's going to be better. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
if AD can stay healthy, I think you will be better. I think we've kind of come full circle here, Danisha. For the people listening, where can they, go to find out and learn more about your work?
You can go on Facebook or Instagram. It's at Classy, CLASSE Consulting.
Okay. Classy Consultings. Okay. Is there a website? Let me
Yes.
look that into up.
Also
what's
on TikTok as Serial Mompreneur. And the website is www.classycreditconsulting, CLASSE.
Classy Consulting? Amazing.
Put an E.
Hopefully. What?
Make sure you put an E on there, not a Y.
Oh, it's Class E? Okay,
Yes,
okay.
Class E
Makes sense.
Credit.
Makes sense. Classy Consulting.
Classy Credit Consulting for the website.
Classy Credit Consulting. Amazing. Hopefully we can have you on some other time, Danisha. You were amazing. And say hi to the husband. You couldn't have him on. Is he still in the room?
Yes, he is. Come on.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
You're doing good, sir. It's amazing what you've been able to build.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I really hope you enjoyed this podcast. I want you to go away and execute everything there is that you've learned. Now, one thing I will say is if you're in a position where you're ready to actually take things to another level, you want structured, clear guidance. You want a team that can actually help accelerate you. Book in a chat with our advisors. Why? We can blow up your personal brand to attract clients begging to work with you. All you got to do is book in a chat with our advisors and we can help make it happen. Sound fair enough?